Hi guys, today we are going to be seeing the new topic. This is Sarita, come with the action classes. So what is action classes? So action classes is used to handle the mouse over and keyword action. So whatever the actions we are going to be performed with the mouse and keyboard, we are going to be implemented in the Selenium programming. So action classes should be imported the packages like Selenium interaction class. The action classes contain the constructors which take an argument type as a web driver. So whenever we are using any method in the action classes, it is mandatory to call the perform. So it has to perform the actions. Whatever the actions I am performing, that action should be performed until unless it will be called perform. It will not perform the actions. So actions will will never perform this action. So we having different types of actions. Basically, we have what are the mouse over actions I am going to be performing here means basically right click mouse over actions, right click, left click on element, clicking on element, next double clicking, double click. So these types of actions we are going to be performing. And coming to keyword actions. So keyword actions, what we are going to say, control plus yes for save, control plus v copy, control plus c. So these types of actions which we are going to be performing. So handling the drop down menus, basically to handle the drop down menus, mouse overing the actions whenever we are moving the cursor on that particular element. For example, we'll take one dot com. So whenever I'm placing my mouse here, it is displaying a pop-up. For any other element, for hotels it is not displaying, for the deals it is not displaying, for gift cards it is not displaying, for spice clubs it is displaying, for add-ons it is displaying. So if I want to perform the actions, once I have moved that element, so here I have moved my cursor to other position, it is disappearing. Once I am placing my cursor on this element, it is going to be performing. So these types of actions we can be performed by using the action classes. So we can handle the drop down menus. So drop down menus, mouse over actions to move to that particular element actions. So we will see one programs on the mouse over action. So not only performing these actions, it is going to be performing drag and drop the elements, dragging and dropping a particular element from one position to the another position is going to be performed. So here I want to right click on my applications. So I will go to my, so I want to copy this one, control shift F, it will be aligned correctly. Here I want to driver dot get URL Google, sorry, google.com. I want to enter here google.com. From here, I want to right click on the particular web element. So I want to right click. Where I want to right click? Let's see. So I want to right click here. So it has to open this one. So whether it is opening this one or not, I want to inspect this one. So I want to get this element XPath. So text is there. I am going to be writing the XPath to text equals to single quotes. So I'm getting one element. So I'm copying this one. So here what I want to do, I want to um, move to this element. So I'm going to be writing the web element. Uh, Gmail equal driver dot find I dot XPath. Path I'm clicking. So now I want to use the action classes. So actions. So whenever you are using action classes, I told you. So Selenium interactions will be there. So I want to use this actions act equals to new actions on WebDriver. So it is going to be performing the actions on the WebDriver. It is taking. So it is going to be performing the actions on WebDrive. So what actions I want to perform here? I want to perform action dot con. So here, whenever I'm clicking on here, so here I'm getting these methods. Click on the element, click and hold for that element. Content click means it is a right click. Content click on the web element. Double click on that element. So get actions during keyword get actions. So move to that element location, scroll to the amount, scroll to that particular element. So we having different methods. So I want to right click. So to right click I'm using the content click on particular web element. So what is my web element? I want to click on my Gmail web element. So whenever we are clicking, if I click like this it will not work. So what they have told here, note, whenever when you are using any methods of action classes, then it is mandatory to call the perform. So it is mandatory to call the perform. So what the perform will do in the Selenium actions, the perform will perform the actions. So it will perform the actions. So it is performing the actions or not, we will see this one while running this program. Just I'm not closing this one. So one, it is not clicked, or it is clicked. Let's see. I'm running it in the debug mode. Right click. So it is right clicking here. Why it is not right clicking here? So I have to use some weight. I will use it afterwards. So this topic weights. Sorry, here why it is not performing. Let's see why, because I have not used to perform here. So I have to use to perform. So that's why it is not clicking here. So no need this thread also. Sorry. I told you we have to use the perform. So here I have not used the perform. That's why it is not clicking on that one. So now it has clicked on that element. Previously I have not clicked, not used to perform. So that's why it is not not using not able to perform these actions. So perform actions execute all the actions stored in the action class objects. So whatever the action classes we have used, that is going to be performed. So every time whatever the actions, if I want to double click on this element, action dot double click on gmail dot perform. So it will double click on that element. So I need a single click, but I'm just want to double click. Double click means it will open my Gmail application. See, it has opened Gmail application. So normal click also I can use. Simple click also I can use it here. So single click also I can use. So with the action classes, whatever the actions you want to be performed, that can be performed by the action classes. Just single click. With the single click, it is going to be opening. So we can perform with the action classes. So in the Selenium, uh, if you want to see more topic on the action classes, whatever the methods we having, you can go to this official site, Selenium div document. So it is going to be building the performance. I want to mouse over to the particular element. I want to here my requirement. What is my requirement? I want to mouse over to this spice jet. So how we are going to be mouse overing to this spice jet? We can mouse over and we can perform these actions. We can use the key release also, keywords actions also we can perform. Pen over actions can be performed. Wheel over actions can be performed. So basically wheel over actions, I want to scroll to that element. So for scrolling, I have used JavaScript executors. So I can use with these methods also to scroll to the particular element. Pen over actions basically move to that particular element, move to the offset, particular position wise we want to move. And for click and hold, click and released, so we having buttons like left button, middle button, right button, x-axis, y-axis, content click, back click, forward click. So we can use these many methods move to the particular element. I want to move to that particular element, so we can perform these many actions by using the action class. So this is a mouse over action. Keyword actions, basically we are going to be key down, shift key, key up key. We can use in the send key some text we can send it. We can copy and paste it. So I have used left arrow, shift arrow, like key down, key press. I can use shortcut keys also to copy control plus V. That type of keywords also I can use it. So I want to automate this application. So I want to use driver dot get URL of http colon spice. So I want to use this spicejet.com. So what is my requirement here? Uh, I want to first thing I want to mouse over on that particular element. So to mouse over on particular element, I want to use uh, which element I want to mouse over. First thing. So I want to mouse over on this element. So I'm inspecting this element. So I'm having text. I can take the text. This is div. Div. So it is showing me one method. So I'm using this one. Similarly, I want to use web element add-on equals to driver dot find element by dot xpath. Next one, I want to use the action class act equals to new actions dot web driver. I want to perform the actions on the web driver. Next one, what I want to do, I want to mouse over on that particular element. So to mouse over on that particular, we are going to be using one method called as a move to element. Move to that particular element. I can move to that particular element. So to this element, I want to move to this element. So after moving to that element, what I want to do here, I want to previously what I have did, I have just I'm clicking on perform. So just mouse over after that one. Just after mouse overing on that one, next thing what I want to do, I want to uh, I want to perform the actions on that one. So to perform the actions on that one, we can use build method, perform and build. So first I will run this one. Later we will see whether it is moving to that element or not. So it has performed the action. So I want to, after performing the actions, I want to use after going here, I want to click on uh, friends and family. I want to click on friends and family. This one I want to perform. So to perform these actions, what I need to do to, I'm just, I will inspect this. XPath. So here it is also text. I'm copying this text. Yeah, I'm getting one. No, one. I'm using another. Just I want to click on here only, na. So driver dot find element by dot XPath. Click. I'm clicking on that elements. So once I have clicked on that elements, so I want to what I want, friends, and here I want to select this flight schedule. So this one I will inspect. So this is also text element. So this one. It will work or not, we will see this one. Dot click. I'm not using any weights here. It will throw definitely exception. That's why I want to use thread dot sleep. Just I will run this one. To maximize the screen. But it has to scroll. It is not able to visible that one. So what I want to do, I want to scroll this one down. Then only I can perform the action. Now, so this one here, it is failing, telling that no such element is available. Why? Because no such element is available. It is not scrolling that particular position. So what I want to do, action dot scroll to that element. What element it has to scroll? So it has to scroll to web element, web element, element down. It has to scroll to this down element. Then it has to, sorry, it has to scroll to that element. Then it has to click. So it is scrolling to that element or not, we will see. If it is not scrolling, what we have to do, we can, sorry, I have to maximize the window. Just give me 1 minute. If I'm not maximizing the window, what is happening? The elements is not able to visible for that one. Previously, it was selected this element. So now it is saying that it is not interactable. Now it has clicked on that one. It has to scroll to that element. Think it is not scrolling to that particular element. It has to scroll to that particular element, but it is not scrolling. So let's see, is there any frame is there or not for this element? You have to check the frames also. Print frame or iframe. So there is a iframe. So what is the name of that frame? Name is the destination ID. Check there is a one frame or multiple frames. Two, three frames. So I have to, for this one, what is the frame we having? We have to check that frame. For this one, we having the frame, frame name. Using this frame name, driver dot switch to frame. So I'm switching to this frame name. Let's check it is working fine or not. So it is not scrolling to this element. So what I need to do, I will use Ajax Java executor script for this one. Let's see that will work or not. That has to work. This scroll method is not working for us. Sometimes it will not work. So for that one, what I have to do, we have used Ajax control script. No? So JavaScript executor scroll to that particular position. I want to scroll to that element. Whatever the element I like this, I can scroll. Uh, for scrolling, I have used one method. Then I can use this one. So I will write it here. Script executor new. Sorry, is for this one. Driver. Next JS equals to JS equals to executive script. In this executive script, I want to write argument of 0 dot scroll into, I have taken the ID, scroll into view is true. Until the view is true, I want to scroll to which element I want to scroll, down element I want to scroll. Down element I want to scroll it. After scrolling, I want to click on the button. One minute. It's not showing that element. By defaultly, I will take it. Let's see it is working fine or not. Later we will see. It is not scrolling. Wait 1 minute. I will put it in the debug mode and I will check this one. So what is no such frame error? Frame one getting issue. So whenever we are handling the exception, till now we have seen some exception. No such error exceptions, no such frame error exception. We have seen this one. Here also I think we get the frame issue only. No such error exception. Happen here the frame, which frame it is there, it is not showing correctly. For this frame we don't have ID. For this frame we don't have any style. So this above frame, I have to handle this one. Above frame is the above frame here. We don't have frame for this one. Let's comment this one. For this one, we don't have frame, I think. You have to check each and every conditions. like whether there is a frame or not, if the frame is available. So whether it is comes to under that particular element or not, we have to check that one. So here, so no such error element interaction means no such error, no such element exception. Why? Because it contains, whenever we get these exceptions, you have to check two things. One is the XPath is correct or not. If not, whether we having the frames or not. So I want to, for example, here I'm not having the frames, but it is showing that frame, the frame ID. Let driver dot. I'm going to be index with zero index. I will search it. So I'm checking the multiple options. Sometimes we are not able to get the frame correctly. Give me 1 second. You're close to that one, I think. So it is not the zero frame also. You can give the index as 1. Better to choose like this only. So this is the first frame. This is the second frame. This is the third frame. So it is not getting the frame ID. So what you have to do? So this one is also incorrect. So if you see here, no such error exceptions. If I take 2 also, it will not work. Let's see. We are checking with the multiple scenarios. Still, it is not able to find. So here I'm having the ID for this one. So whenever I'm focusing on this tab on above, there is a form. This is the form. Form contains body. So it is not still scrolling to this particular element. So the frame ID is incorrect. So you have to write a frame such a way that it should select the frame. Suppose what happened means here in the frame it will containing the another frame. So first what I will do means I will go to this frame. Actually, whenever in the previous applications, if you take this HDFC net banking, it is showing us in which frame it is available. But here it is not showing me. So Here, whenever I'm placing my mouse on the particular element, frame element, it is showing me. So it is whenever I'm placing my mouse on this element, it is showing. But here it is not showing me correct path. So whenever I'm placing mouse on this one, it is not showing. Whenever I'm placing mouse on this one, it is not showing. So here I'm not able to find it. So this is not belonging to that element. So if I place mouse on here, it is not, it should highlight that one. It is also not highlighting that one. If I placed here, it is not highlighting that one. So internally it having multiple frames. So you have to check it. If not, these applications we are not able to find. What I will do means, as of now, I want to click on gift card. After entering here, I want to click on gift card. Just um, click, click on. So whether it is clicking on gift card or not, we will see this one. So whatever the actions you want to be performed, you can be performed like this. No such error. I will run it in the debug mode. What happened here means, whenever I am clicking on here, once I have moved my mouse, it will overlap. So that's why I'm not able to find this one. 1 minute. So I want to put the debug after this one. So we have checked all the scenarios, how we are getting this one. So once that page is visible, I want to click on this gift card. So this XPath is wrong, I think. So you can check that XPath and you can work on that one. Let's see here. So here what happening? It is clicking on that element. Oh, so we can check this one and we can work on this element. So next one I want to work for the drag and drop element. I want to drag the element from one position to the another position. So I want to drag this one from here to here, from the source to destination. So for that one, what I am going to do is, so for this one also in action classes uh, we having the method for drag and drop. So I want to drag from the source to destination. So I am taking the source ID. Sorry, that URL. Next element source is find li dot or next path. I am taking ID equal. What is that ID? Draggable element destination equals to driver dot find element. Here we having droppable. So I'm going to be using the action classes. Next. So I want to use a new action classes. So for that action classes, sorry, I want to use the action classes. So for that action classes, class and driver. Okay. So I want to drag to that particular element. So in act drag to source to destination, source to target element. So I'm going to drag to source to here I'm going to be using build.perform. So it has to build the action, then it has to perform this one. So whether it is building that action and it is performing or not, we will see it. So it has dragged from the source to destination, from here to here it has dragged. So we can drag the elements. So we can in the action classes we can see more elements, mouse over actions, keyword actions. In tomorrow class we can see more things. Thank you.